you're just so in love with your life. Not, I'm being sarcastic, you're not in love with your life. Hey guys, we're back and welcome to another episode of the Twenties Unraveled podcast. This is your host Anushka, and today I'm going to be talking about feeling the fear and doing it anyways. Okay, so the reason why I am doing this is because it's been, I think, 3 months now since I got done with college, and I don't know what I did in the past 3 months. I wasn't even resting, even though I was being lazy, but I wasn't mentally resting. I wasn't doing anything in particular because I knew that I don't want to go to college further, I think, as of now, at least. So I didn't even rest because I was looking at all of these people, all of these friends of mine, and they are like applying for different colleges. They are preparing for all of these entrance exams, and I am so happy for them. I'm so proud of them for doing that. But then at the same time, because podcasting and everything is not really the conventional route to take after one graduates, so anywhere I go, every time I open LinkedIn, I'm like, oh my god, this girl is doing something so much more cooler and stuff like that. With all of that kind of pressure, I think I just froze. I was trying to take steps, but at the back of my mind, I couldn't let myself move forward with this dream of mine. And I sort of tried to hold myself back. Now that I've graduated, of course, I am being asked the question of, so what now? Are you just resting, or do you have any further plans? And I don't know how to tell people that this is my next plan, because I just sort of sense that rejection and that judgment from their facial expressions. Even if they aren't judging me, and even if they are super open-minded, I just assume that they are going to judge me. I claim to be a person who doesn't really care about what others think of her, but it's just so fucking scary, dude. Maybe I wasn't even telling others about what plans I have because maybe I didn't even believe in myself about doing this, because I see all of these other creators and they put out their content weekly, and they have such high resolution videos, such good voice quality, and they do give great advice. It kind of turns on the imposter syndrome in me, where I'm like, oh my god, what if I'm not capable? What if I am not able to help anyone who is watching my videos and they're just wasting their time listening to me? And that imposter syndrome has held me back for so many months. Even when I had ideas, I literally have a list of all the topics that I want to speak on. But I'm just like, you cannot do this. This is just not who you are. I have somehow become my own biggest enemy. And something that changed today was like, because I haven't really been taking any solid action towards my dreams for so many months, I just felt like I was going in circles, and it just made me feel so fucking bad about myself. I wasn't enjoying, I wasn't playing games, I wasn't fully present in the moment, because at the back of my mind, I was too fixated on the things I need to accomplish. And I know that I have a list of things to accomplish, but I'm not taking any steps. So that's the vicious cycle that I wasn't able to escape. And today, I just hit rock bottom. I was like, I didn't want to get out of bed. But at the same time, it felt so icky to just be in bed and laze around and do absolutely nothing with my time, but just put this pressure on myself to do something and then at the same time not do anything. I was so frustrated with myself that I was like, you know what? I'm done being a softie. I'm done being lazy. Nobody talks about how easy it is to stay in that laziness, in that lazy cycle. Like, it is really easy for us to slip into that self-pity and be like, oh my god, this is just how life is. Life is like really sad, and I have things to do, but because I'm sad, I'm not gonna do those things because my priority should be making myself feel better. And so I'm not gonna do the work that I need to do, but I'm gonna wallow and I'm gonna feel my emotions just to process them. That is absolute bullshit. That is bullshit. I have been a part of that mentality, mindset for like years. I'm the expert at doing that. I'm the master of feeling my emotions, and yet I don't feel any emotions because I'm not taking any steps to actually feel my emotions. You know what I mean? It's like it's genuinely annoying because no one, like, it's just, if you don't take any steps, if you are not putting any action towards actually bettering your life, how are you going to expect something new, something more positive, or how are you going to expect new results? Like, I was here waking up at 12 p.m., just having breakfast at 1 p.m., watching the same shows over and over again. I had a to-do list written down, but nothing was getting accomplished just because I was feeling really sad and bad about myself. And I was like, oh my god, I already have a lot mentally. So, doing work is just gonna mentally drain me even more. Fuck off. That is. No! No, that is the shittiest thing one can do. Like, why do you want to do that to yourself? I know that it's easy to let yourself be in that dump of sadness, but what I've realized and what I am trying to practice myself is that you need to change routines. You need to do something in order to get out of that rut, to get out of that depressive episode. And this is what I did. This is exactly what I did. This is what I'm doing right now. I felt like I have lost my spark and I wasn't feeling myself at all. All I needed to do was force myself. I was watching reruns of Princess Diaries again and again, even when I know what the plot is. And I was watching it and I'm like, ugh, this is not making me happy like it used to. It just wasn't making me happy. And then Instagram doesn't make me happy anymore. It's stupid. Instagram is really, really stupid. Why do I want to waste my time watching other people living their lives when I cannot even fix my own? And so I wasn't even scrolling on Instagram. The only thing left for me to do was to get up, change out of my clothes, put on some music, happy music, not listening to breakup songs or stuff like that, because I know how good it feels to just imagine yourself literally like a sad movie character. But no, listen to some pop, listen to some Bollywood dance party playlist. Changing your clothes, guys. Wear something tight, wear something fitting, because that will make you feel like, oh my god, okay, I'm doing something different. I know that baggy clothes are really, really comfortable, but oh god, they're gonna make you even more lazy. They're gonna hold you back, I'm telling you. I understand why all the business women now wear really fitting clothes. It doesn't make sense, but at the same time, it's the right thing to do. So I got into something more uncomfortable, and I know that putting on makeup gives me a little bit of confidence. These 3 things, that's all I needed to do. But trust me, I was trying to hold myself back. I was like, ugh, I'm not feeling it. I don't have the energy to do it. I feel like I'm gonna faint. Like I just cannot do it. That thought kept looping in my mind. But I gave myself no other choice. If I want to feel my spark again, I need to do things that I expect myself to do. That is also something that will exponentially increase my self-confidence. And so this is what I'm doing right now. I've been recording for 16 minutes now, and I don't even have a script. Mic drop. I think we have misunderstood the concept of how to live our lives. And ever since this wave of mental health awareness came into the picture, and now there are all of these therapists, psychologists, just talking about how you can feel your emotions, how there are these many disorders, and as amazing as it is to be aware, I think it is also sort of not letting us live our best life. It is not sustainable over time. But yes, taking action, guys. Taking action is something that will help you feel so much more like yourself. Doing the things that make you feel uncomfortable and scary is something that you need to be doing. Definitely. Because what we do throughout our day is usually something that is within our limits, within our comfort zone. And when you step out, do something really unexpected, it just feels really exciting because it's like, oh my God, did I just do that? That is what you need to inculcate, I think, in everyday life of yours. And that is what I need to do for sure. Like, this is the first step that I took, recording myself. This thing, even though I doubt myself, even though I don't know what I'm saying, even though I may be giving shitty advice, but this might help someone, at least one person. And that is what I need to do. I just need to show up constantly, even when I have nothing to say. The act of showing up is what will save you, for real. A few days ago, I made a post on Instagram saying change is scary, but so is staying stagnant. And yes, change is scary. But then at the same time, I think all of it sort of depends on how you perceive it as. If you view it as something that is going to make you happy, if you view it as something that will actually make you feel proud of yourself and help you come out of that cycle of being stuck, then I think it will be much easier for you to approach change. I'm not saying that you need to take drastic measures to change your life. I'm not saying that, cut off your friends, make new friends, move to a new city, or leave your job. No, it's just little things that even I think every person innately, they absolutely know what they need to do in order to break a specific cycle. I think we are all very much self-aware in that aspect. There's this disbelief or blindedness towards taking action because you have never done that before. And that makes so much sense because the majority of our lives, we were given a script. We were given a timetable to follow. Other people were dictating our lives and other people were telling us what to do. And all of a sudden now, everything is on our hands. It can be really nerve-wracking because we have never done this before. And chances are you will doubt yourself. Chances are you will want to stay in your little cocoon and you will need help from anyone. And that's okay. Asking for help is not a bad thing. I think what the main ingredient in moving ahead in life is building that self-trust, which even I don't have as of yet completely. Even I'm not 100% where I want myself to be, but we're doing this for the first time, and it is really crucial that we stay patient with ourselves, that we stay kind to ourselves. Even a baby first learns how to crawl and then they walk. And even if while walking they fall down, you are not going to punish them saying, oh my God, you don't know how to do this simple thing. And so I had this revelation like right now while recording, and it just changed the entire thing. And building self-trust will only come around if you let yourself take a step. And I know that taking a step ahead can also mean making mistakes. The mistakes can be big, the mistakes can be really small. But you just have to take the chance. Maybe the first step you take will not be the best one. Maybe you won't even put in 100% of your efforts into that first step, and that's also okay. You just need to take it day by day and really focus on what aligns with you. It's so simple, and it's like, yeah, everybody knows that, but who would have thought that taking action is something that will make me feel good about myself? But it does. And so if you are someone who is down in the dumps right now and just calling yourself lazy, calling yourself all of these mean names, stop that. Even if you don't know what to do, just go for a walk. Leave that bedroom. It's really helpful. Or if there is a silly little voice in your mind or your heart saying, oh, I need to do this, even though you don't want to do it, do it. Even when your body is absolutely rejecting that idea, do it. You will feel so much better. I feel so much better. It's just something that you have to do. And I need to say that I am low-key proud of myself for doing this. It might not be the content that is like super helpful, but I took the step. And that is something that needs to be celebrated. Feel the fear and do it anyways. That is the mantra of your entire life, basically, not just your 20s. Let's keep unraveling. I guess that should be it. So I'm gonna see you in the next episode. If you have any thoughts or feedback or any topics that you would like for me to discuss, you can always comment them down below. All of my social links are mentioned in the description of the video. And also don't forget that you can listen to this podcast on the go on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.